Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I am Milk and this is Milk Astrology, and today we're going to be doing another weekly tarot video. Why do I feel like crying? It's weird. So for my mutable signs, Sagittarius, Virgo, Pisces, and Gemini, it is preferable to apply your moon. This reading is for you, and we're going to be doing oracle card. So first things first, I have the Magician reversed, talking about, again, reverse manifestation, expecting things to not work out in your favor, but then also like being in the mind state, perpetually not trying in a lot of ways, and self-sabotaging seems to be what you've been doing lately. I do have Five of Swords reversed, so I do feel like you're trying to make amends with something, you're trying to get back on the right page with someone, or you're trying to see a different perspective. And I do think that there's a lot of, oh my gosh, there's a lot of opportunity. Oh no, it's not gonna focus. Oh my god, that's awful. Okay, well, a lot of opportunity. I have the World, so I do feel like this is not necessarily a bad week for you, but I do feel like you're having to recognize that how you've been going about things isn't the way that you should be going about things. I also have the 11th house, so there's a lot of emphasis around networking this week. There's a lot of emphasis around friends. I do have Pluto, so you're gonna have some changes within your friendships this week. I also think that you're kind of needing to let something go in order for a relationship to fix itself. I feel like, you know how we have those like frenemies in our lives, those people that aren't necessarily the most positive for us, or I wouldn't necessarily, they're not negative, but I just feel like, you know, like frenemies, like people that bring out versions of you that might not be the most positive or uplifting. I feel like, you know, when you're around someone and you just feel uncomfortable, but you have like love for them and you have history, so you just kind of like deal with those vibes or deal with those energies. And I feel like this week you're kind of like getting to the bottom of it. I feel like you're kind of reaching a point where it's like, am I continuing with this friendship or am I letting it go? I also have It's Time to Release Negativity, full moon in Scorpio, and then I also have South Node, Don't Let the Past Hold You Back. So yeah, this is really just completely verifying, oh my god, completely verifying that you're having a huge shift within your friendships. It's really easy sometimes to get stuck in, oh my god, what's happening? It's really easy to get stuck in, I'm sorry, my camera is all over the place, you guys. Yeah, okay, so I just feel like overall you need to start prioritizing healthier relationships, but you also need to get something off of your chest. There's been something that's been bothering you for a while, and I think you've been letting it go, but I think it's coming to light now and you have to get to the bottom of it. So this is a week that is going to be really centering around your friendships, around what's not working for you, and you're gonna have to be vocal. However, I do think there's gonna be some kind of breakthrough where you come together or you make amends in a way that's helpful to you, because I do feel like there's a theme around forgiveness. But yeah, this week is a very social week for you, but I feel like it's one that you don't really want to be social. It's just like you end up environmentally being put in these situations. I do think the more vocal you are and the more you call people out, or you call yourself out even, I think you're going to feel like a very good conclusion by the end of this upcoming week. I feel like you're going to feel like you have a stronger sense of knowing who people are in your life, where they stand with you, where you stand with them, and I just think you're going to feel better for it. Might not be the most fun week, but yeah. My fixed signs, this reading is for you, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, or Taurus. Apply your moon sign if possible. I have Knight of Pentacles reversed. I have Four of Cups and Nine of Wands. So you're defensive this week, but you're trying to reinvest in yourself. I feel like you've been kind of spending a lot lately. I feel like you've been kind of putting your energy in places that aren't necessarily the most productive for you, and you're trying to fix this. You're trying to make amends with this. However, I do feel like you're still really apprehensive. It's kind of like you're in the process of recognizing you have some bad habits that you need to admit and work through, but it's also kind of like you don't want anyone else to point it out. Like you're very protective of it, but I also feel like you're still in denial coming out of like realizing, okay, I need to stop spending or something like that. I also have sextile, and I also have Mercury. So I definitely feel like this is going to be a good week for communication, for admitting when something is on your chest and something's weighing on you. I think this is going to be a good week for breakthroughs, being vulnerable, allowing people to see you in a light that maybe you don't like people to see you in. You don't always have to be the tough guy in the room. You don't always have to be like the bigger person or the better person. Sometimes you can just be yourself. I also have Mutable Moon, nothing is set in stone, and I thought that this was actually a really good card for you because I feel like fixed signs are very quick to predetermine their whole 10-year plan before it's even in front of them. I feel like you get caught within committing to something that you feel like you're not allowed to change your mind. You're never allowed to go back on anything that you say you're going to do. And I feel like this creates a lot of division within yourself because you don't admit when something's not working for you. You're stubborn. You want to just like see it through. You've already put X amount of time into something, but X amount of time in something or in a relationship is not the reason to stay in there or stay with that person. And I just feel like this is going to be one of those weeks where you have to really just reinvent yourself. You have to realize that nothing is set in stone. You don't have everything planned out already. You can still change your mind. It's okay to change your mind about things, and I think that's what this is really going to be about for you. It's also going to be about accepting if you're not exactly where you want to be, or there are some things you need to change about yourself, or you're just not the most ideal or happy with your circumstances, but I feel like you're going to feel a lot more authentic by the end of the week. And I think it's important for you to be able to like be true and honest to yourself, but also in a extroverted way. Like you don't want to be the kind of person that can't admit when something's going on with themselves. Like you like to just get things kind of out in the open. So I definitely feel like it's going to be the week for you in that regard. I do also think you're going to have some kind of new information coming in where you see something differently and you weren't expecting to kind of learn this information. I also think that might be the center of why everything feels a little bit funky. However, I think it's going to be an opportunity where you learn how to essentially do better, and also not even in terms of like you doing something wrong, but like the company that you keep, the people in your life, those kinds of things. And then I also have full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. I think this card is perfect for you because there's a lot of questioning right now. You know, again, you're recognizing some bad habits about yourself that you don't really like. You're acknowledging certain parts of yourself that you're not really that fond of. And I think it takes a lot of courage to admit when you're not exactly where you want to be, or when you're not exactly who you want to be yet. I think especially fixed signs, we have a tendency to live in a state of denial sometimes when we're stubbornly clinging to what we want the reality to be like. So I think just like taking a step back and noticing that shift and being like, okay, I'm not where I want to be, but I have all this, like I have all of these resources and things to tap into, and things are going to be okay. I think that's just the gist of it. It's like recognizing some things, realizations this week, but knowing essentially things are going to be okay for you. So yeah, kind of an intense week, but I feel like it's more of an internal alignment thing versus like a bunch of drama with people, so I think that's positive. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Cardinal signs. Oops, is this like... Okay, what's happening? So Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, or Libra, this reading is for you. Please apply your moon sign, but you can apply whichever other placements you want to apply. So I have 7 of Cups. I see you're being very advantageous. You have a lot of opportunities this week. I think you're very busy. Like every single day you're kind of like on the go. You're not really slowing down right now. I do have 2 of Wands. So, you know, we are in Mercury retrograde, so I do think you could just be feeling extremely nostalgic. I think there are some things that have been popping up where maybe you're missing your ex, or maybe you're missing someone from your past. Maybe you had like a friend that you were really close to, but you had a very ugly falling out, and that's really on your mind this week. I also have 5 of Pentacles. So you have to be careful about isolating yourself when you get overwhelmed. You are a yes man, despite the fact that you don't think you are. So you're constantly signing up for things that you know you shouldn't, because you know you don't have the time, but you like to please people and you like to, you know, do right by everyone. But sometimes it's just important to do right by yourself. Like that's really, at the end of the day, that's really all that matters. For Oracle cards, I have Jupiter and I have Libra. So you are really expansive on socialization this week, on productivity. I feel like you're buying planners, you're buying organizers. You're in a very like, I need to get things done state of mind. You're very efficient this week. The only other thing I think of that I could caution you with Jupiter and Libra is be careful of magnifying people pleasing. Be careful of trying to fit into everyone's criteria and everyone's molds and everyone's expectation. You know, you have to wake up at 5 a.m. because you have to work out, and then you have to go to work, and then you have to get off of work and you have to go hang out with Becky, and then you have to go, you know, hang out with your siblings and your mom. Like, I just feel like it's important to make time for yourself too, because the people that actually love you and like aren't going to be pushy and selfish with you are going to not have an issue with you prioritizing yourself. And I just think that that's important to keep in mind. Let me see your other oracle cards. So I also have communication is key, new moon in Gemini, and be bold and make the first move, cardinal moon. I love that you have a cardinal moon card because this week specifically in astrology is the new moon in Libra. So if you are a cardinal rising watching this reading, this is gonna be a week for you. However, I feel like this is a really good week to kind of find both your sense of self and your sense of what others want from you, and where your expectations fall in between the two. Because it's easy sometimes for people to tell us what we need to do, what we want to be like, or what we should be like, and it's easy for us to just kind of be like a yes man, to just be like, okay, yeah, sure, all right. And it's not necessarily that like you don't have your own opinions and feelings, but it's just, I think sometimes you don't put a lot of effort into thinking about what you want, because a lot of people in your life have not made it feel like you have that kind of choice, or you have that kind of option to be able to decide for yourself what you want. Because I feel like a lot of things in your life have been other people choosing for you. And so it's just kind of this like passive nature where you're just kind of like, sure, you're more passionate about the subject than I am, so just tell me what I'm doing. Like, and it's not necessarily that there's anything wrong with that, but this is a kind of a week where you're going to have to pull back and realize you have to put your foot down. You have to stop being what you think they want you to be and start being what you need. Whether that's not going in on your day off when you get called in, whether that's not trying to please your family members who keep wanting you to hang out with them every single day when you need a moment to yourself after work, whatever that is for you. These are all things that are going to be popping up this week for you. So yeah, I don't really think it's like a bad week. I just think that you're going to be kind of noticing a very intense need to express yourself, and I think people might get shocked, but oh well. I feel like if they really care about you, they're not going to take it personally. But overall, that completes this very actually lengthy reading this time, although I think I was like the shortest with mutable signs. But apart from that, if you liked this, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.